at the Bay Bridge Paddle on the Chesapeake Bay, Annapolis, Maryland, June 2nd. We've got over 400 paddlers, stand-up paddlers, Surfskis, outrigger canoes, who are all going to be racing under the Chesapeake Bay Bridge this morning. I cannot wait to get out there.
The first start will be for the OC6 division with 6 paddlers on board each outrigger canoe. They will launch from each beach, start in the water, round the lighthouse, enter the bridge spans, paddle between the bridge spans around pillar 43 where they turn around, exit the bridge, and return to the beach for a water finish. The next start is for the Kayaks, the Surfskis, the OC1s, and OC2s. They will be on the same 9-mile course. The next start will be for a 5K race for the double and single kayakers. Next up are the stand-up paddleboarders on the 5K race. The stand-up paddleboard division on the 5K is by far the largest fleet. This double kayak marks the very first start for the recreational start, the 1.5K. Some of the rec group is already around their farthest mark and turning back in. They have the shortest course out here, turning right before the Chesapeake Bay Bridge. And right here, Ashlyn Schroeder. She is on our surfboard SUPS division. She is one of our youngest paddlers. She's actually the youngest female out here, only 9 years old. We've caught back up on the 9-mile course with the outriggers, the OC2s, OC1s, and OC6s, the numbers paralleling how many crew are on board. Liz here is one of our OC6 competitors, 6 people on one boat. Run me through how that works.
Okay, so 6 people. The first person is called the stroke. She sets the pace for the boat. Everybody else tries to follow her exactly because in a team boat, it's most important to all paddle exactly the same time. I sit in the back. I'm number 6. I steer. We're from Washington, D.C. We're the Washington Canoe Club based in Georgetown. We paddle on the Potomac River. The club's been in existence since 1904. Has like 230 people, of which maybe 40 or 50 paddle outrigger.
This is the 5K turnaround. Anyone going straight is on the 9 mile. Anyone turning left is headed back for the beach.
Katie, you're doing the 5K today. Tell me, how did you get into paddleboarding? What has it done for you?
Yeah, I got into paddleboarding about a year ago. I have a really rare form of an autoimmune arthritis and MS. And I figure I may as well try this sport out. I've heard it's a great adaptive sport, especially for those of us that have a hard time biking or running. So hopped on a paddleboard, fell in love at first, paddle. I did my first race in August, and then I got the bug, and I was like, I'm ready for my next race.
And what exactly about stand-up paddleboarding has you hooked?
Oh, it's a camaraderie. Everyone comes out here, whether you're friends or not, you don't know each other. You walk away having a whole boatload of, no pun intended, I guess, a whole boatload of friends. It's great seeing familiar faces, new faces. Everyone takes care of each other out on the water, even though we all have a competitive bone in us. It's still an all-around great group of people.
Stand-up paddleboarding has records dating back to 1000 BC, where African warriors stood on their canoes to paddle and facilitate sneak attacks. But its more contemporary version can date back to about the 16th century in Hawaii, where surfers used paddles to navigate 5-meter boards in the surf. And then it pops up again in Tel Aviv, where lifeguards stood up to get a better view of people in the water. It goes around to China, Peru, and Italy, but its most popular phase began in Hawaii in the early 1900s. Whereas kayaking really focuses on the hips and the legs, the stand-up paddleboards are all about the arms and the shoulders.
My name's Cody Irons. I was in a motorcycle accident, lost both my arms. I was active duty in the Army. So I got sent to Walter Reed, got care in Bethesda, which is about an hour away from here. You know, I really wanted to surf again, so I figured stand-up paddleboard would be a good way to get in some waves. Came down to Cap Sup one day, met the whole crew of people. They introduced me to this environment, and that pretty much brings me to here.
The turnaround point for our 9-mile stand-up paddleboard, 365, is our leader. Second around is legend Larry Kane. He's a pro from Canada, ranked 41 in the world. He's a 75 Canadian Championship gold medalist, and he won 2 silvers and a gold in canoeing in the Olympics.
Actually, it's hard to negotiate the turn in this much current.
Yes. Oh, the turning a paddleboard they're really meant for going straight. It's much easier on a kayak where you have a paddle on each end of your stick. But the top pros here, they'll figure it out. Bruce, then you want a real workout. You skip the paddle and use your hands. It's all the back and shoulders for this paddleboarder here called a Surfski. He's on the 9-mile track. Sometimes they're on their knees, sometimes they're on their belly. Just gives you a different angle on your body.
I tell you, I did a lot of surfing back in the day, but my idea of a big hike was about 400 yards.
Right, 9 miles for this guy. I mean, this part of the sport evolved to help train those surfers get their muscles in order for surfing. But now, I mean, you throw a little water bottle on the front and you can go the distance.
All right, Nikki and Sauce, you are some of our 9-mile competitors today. Have you done this race before?
This is my first time doing the Bay Bridge paddle. I was a rowing coach for 17 years, just got into paddling a couple years ago, and have just fallen in love with it.
Fantastic. And Sauce, you're also paddling the 9-mile. What draws you to paddling distances like that?
Well, I needed something to do today, and this just seemed like the right thing to do. I got into it. I got into paddleboard racing last year because of Nikki, and it started out with a 600-meter sprint, and I thought I was in shape, but got dead last.
That's kind of part of the challenge too. You're on your own, but you're also out in that nice big group, which should be cool.
Catching back up with the outriggers, the OC6s are around the lighthouse. Last turn for home. All right, Commodore, tell me about your boat. Tell me about what you're the Commodore of.
So this is an OC2, two-person outrigger canoe, and I'm the Commodore of the Washington Canoe Club, which is a team out of Washington, D.C., outrigger, sprint canoe, sprint kayak, SUPS, and we like to come around to all of the local outrigger races and compete, have a good time.
That's awesome. Next, coming around their last turn for the beach is Ari Tenario, still leading the men's division of the StandUp Paddleboard 9-mile course.
And he's still going at it just as hard as when we saw him last.
Yes, that is impressive. Nearing the finish line, the end of the 5K and rec group make their last turn around their orange mark, headed for the beach. The crowd awaits our first stand-up paddleboarder in the male division for the 9-mile race. Finish line ready, he has to beach his boat and get it through that line. Run, run, run! And in second place, no challengers behind him, coasting into the beach is Larry Kane from Canada. Third place pushing it, he must be going for a personal best.
So once you get on shore here, join us in the pavilion with your lunch and we'll get grooving.
And our first female paddler in the 9-mile race is Seychelle, a pro hailing from the Florida Keys, deemed to be the fastest female on earth. She's got a great distance record too, a Guinness World Book of Records holder. And our second female 9-mile paddler, ready to disembark her boat even faster. There are many sponsors here at the Bay Bridge Paddle today, including these two from Mercy. Tell me about why you're here.
Well, this event is fantastic. We like to get ourselves involved with athletes, and Mercy has sports medicine, and this just feels like it's a good group of folks that we would like to work with.
And we also have Jeff from Kind here promoting some of their new products. Why are you a sponsor here at Bay Bridge Paddle, would you say?
With the Kind Snacks, we're here to be a healthy snack for all. The community here for the paddle community is amazing, and we love to do the kind thing for our bodies, our taste buds, and our world, and these guys all exemplify all of it.
Working with ABC events and getting a part of the community and getting out here and seeing all these wonderful people a part of this, it's wonderful for us to be a part of this. So.
And those 6-person crews, they really need to have good communication.
It's all
out
about
there,
communications,
right?
and we're here to help provide that.
We're all about this event because we're about being on the water. Mine and Kugel's motto is join us out here, so we're all for paddleboarding, kayaking, canoeing, anything it is that gets you outside. Summer Shandy is a Weiss beer that's brewed with lemonade, so it's very light and refreshing, and nothing pairs better than being outside than a nice light beer.
And we have the winner of the 9-mile race in the men's division. Tell me your story.
Today I come for in Brazil you say sangue nos olhos. It's like, I have much wish for winning this race because I have a point for the world rank, So when I started I struck very strong, and I come here for winning.
And in our female division, Seychelle from the Florida Keys is our winner.
Tell me about coming to this paddle. What made you come to the Bay Bridge?
Well, I've had this paddle race on my radar for a few years now, and got the invitation to come. I work with a coaching group, Paddle Monster, and we're involved as one of the sponsors of the race. I kind of like it when an event has something unique, like an iconic bridge or lighthouse or something to go around, and that makes it, makes it unique, and it makes it fun and exciting and out on the course, and it was super fun.